Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the KJV, or Old Testament, of the Christian Bible. I used the King James Version of the Bible to put together the book of Zion, which is the prophecy of Israel, judgment, believe it or not. And in order to publish it, I had to write another book, the Potsmoker's Bible. The Book of Zion is written entirely in biblical verse. That's why I had to write another book, because 75% of the book to be published had to be in my own words. So that's where the Potsmoker's Bible comes in. Now, I've been reading to you from the Potsmoker's Bible, which is the commentary of the Book of Zion. I'm going through the verses, verse by verse, and explaining how it relates to modern events. I'm on chapter 8, and this is the second part. So I'm going to take up where I left off. Next comes Isaiah 45, 19 to 25, which is Zion 5, 6 to 12. I have not spoken in secret in the dark places of the earth. I said not to the seed of Jacob, seek ye me in vain. I, the Lord, speak righteousness. I declare things that are right. Assemble yourselves, and come, draw near together, ye that are escaped of the nation. They have no knowledge, that set up the wood of their graven images, and pray to a God that cannot save. Tell ye, and bring them near. Let them take counsel together. Who hath declared this from ancient times? Who hath told it from that time? Have not I, the Lord? And there is no God else beside me, a just God, and a Savior? There is none beside me. Look unto me, and be ye saved, all the ends of the earth. I am God, and there is none else. I have sworn by myself, the word has gone out of my mouth in righteousness, and shall not return unto me void. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear unto me. Excuse me, sorry. That unto me every knee shall bow, every tongue shall swear. Surely hath one said, in the Lord hath I righteousness, and even to him shall men come, and all that are incensed against him shall be ashamed. In the Lord shall all the seed of Israel be justified, and shall glory. Now, God tells us that we already know. He's already told us what he is doing. He speaks to the seed of Jacob. He tells them that they don't seek him in vain. God declares things that are true. All will be set right. The escaped of the nation are told to gather together. Their enemy that call upon the idol are foolish. They are the prideful seed of Jacob, the blind, but not deaf servants of the gray. These are the ones that are being spoken to, not the Christians who have the idol of the cross. These are the servants of the gray, the telepathic priesthood. We are being told that they are innate from every nation. These scattered people are advised to gather together to create of themselves a nation. The prophecy then asks, who has declared this? Who foretold the creation of the people, who weren't a people? Who declared the seed of Jacob? Well, the great aliens of old did. They claim for themselves the hidden people that they created. They will reveal the identity of Zion and change the law that punishes them for their pride. Isaiah tells us the gray foretold the events of our day to prove their power by creating a people suddenly by the use of a law which punishes them unjustly. We are told to look to the gray for salvation. They have declared to us all the things that they are doing and have already done, so that we will know to believe them and to be saved. They are saying we need to be saved. They are here to make sure that we survive what they tell us is coming. Isaiah then says that all those who persecuted the people of God will be ashamed. Their anger and cruelty against this people will be seen in its true light, for the gray will justify what they call the seed of Israel, making the punishment come to an end. The people known as Zion will rejoice in their election when they realize that the God of the Torah are aliens who speak to them in their minds. They will embrace their priestly identity and become a nation of priests. They will find great joy in their true identity. Jeremiah 33:22-25 becomes Zion 5:13-16. As the host of heaven cannot be numbered, neither the sand of the sea measured, so will I multiply the seed of David my servant, and the Levites that minister unto me. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Consider not what this people hath spoken, saying, The two families which the Lord hath chosen he hath cast off. Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. Thus saith the Lord, If my covenant be not with the day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinance of the heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servants, so that I will have any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return, and have mercy upon them. Jeremiah confirms the Zionite priesthood, telling us that the gray will increase the families of Abraham and the Levites, administering to him. Zionites are Levites, descended from the priesthood, the tribe of Levi, the lineage of the priestly caste. The seed of David refers to the citizens of Zion that aren't priests. These Zionites come from the remaining tribes. Their kingship stems from David of the tribe of Judea. The escaped of the nations become a family line descended from Abraham and Sarah, their population adding to the total number of Hebrew descendants. The rest of this passage speaks of the two houses of Israel. That refers to both the ancient Israel and Judea nations. However, the true second house of Israel is Zion. These two houses will not be divided as ancient Israel was. As long as the earth endures and beyond, Israel and Zion shall be as one. They will never be cast away as they were in previous times. Their captivity will return, but this time God will have mercy upon them both. Both houses will go into captivity, and both will find mercy from the gray. Isaiah 8:13 and 14 becomes Zion 5:17 and 18. Sanctify the Lord of hosts himself, and let him be your fear, and let him be your dread. And he will be for a sanctuary, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both houses of Israel, for a gin and a snare, and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Isaiah speaks of the sanctification of the grayest God. Let the real living gray aliens be your reason to fear. Let the living God be your dread. This is telling everyone to forsake their idol gods that are false. Let let the aliens be your reason to fear. The gray tell us that God is a sanctuary to the people. They believe God to be a place of refuge, but in fact, the gray tell us, but in fact, the truth makes God's reality a stone of stumbling. This has a language, a double meaning. It as does most of the hidden language of the prophecy. Language is this language makes the refuge of God, his presence, a stone of stumbling, an object of contention. This stone of stumbling is a rock of offense. Its reality creates a problem for Zion and for Israel. It is for a gin and for a snare for Jerusalem. Jerusalem is taking part in the trap set for the people, and the gin, the mill that operates the trap, set for those who take refuge in God's presence, which are the Zionite people. There are two interpretations for this verse. One is the use of the stone by the Zionite people, and the other is the Israelites' rejection of it. The stone of stumbling, this rock of offense, puts the Jewish people of Jerusalem and Israel against the people of Zion, those who embrace the stone versus those who entrap them by its use. For the people of Zion, this stone of stumbling literally makes them stumble when they use it. It is their rock. They embrace it and use it as a sanctuary from the world that they live in. They seek it to find peace, but it is a trap that is set to make its use offensive to those around them. Israel and Jerusalem are guilty of taking part in the entrapment of the Zionites who stumble after being stoned. Hosea 5 and 6, 5 and 6, Zion 5, 19 and 20. And the pride of Israel doth testify to his face. Therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in the iniquity. Judea also shall fall with them. They shall go with their flocks and with their herds to seek the Lord. But they shall not find him. He hath withdrawn himself from them. Hosea tells us that all of the of Israel is guilty of pride and has fallen into the iniquity, the setting of the trap against the people of Zion. Israel will seek the word of the gray, but they are deaf to the gray. It is because of their pride that they refuse to realize their part in the persecution of the Zionite people, that they reject the stone of stumbling and fall into their own trap. And there I am going to end for the day because I'm at time. May the gray watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. And may they teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy. Pursue it. Make that your life's work. Stay happy and high. If you use drugs, you have every right and reason to. Know that I love all of you, each and every one. Wear your masks, stay home, and be safe. See you later. I'll never say goodbye.